And we're live. Hello, everybody.
Hello.
We are back. And we have a not CJ. We have a Jesse instead. So don't be alarmed. CJ did not morph into a different person. That is actually a different person. So I am Sarah. This is my channel. This is where you go to find me. So I'm assuming you know who I am and what I do. But let's get into the rest of these folks. Who wants to go first? I don't want to spring it on anybody because I make Alina mad when I do that.
Oh, no, it's fine. It's fine. You can today.
Okay, go for it, Alina.
I'll go first. What's first? Please tell me what first is. Words I can't.
It's Sleepy Alina.
Hi, everyone. Alina here. I'm a fiction writer, apparently, and I can't words. And I'm usually Sleepy Alina on this stream. I'm exhausted beyond all recognition, Alina, on tonight's stream. So this should be fun. Hopefully, I say nothing inappropriate. Yeah, no, it's not. I mean, it's fun for you. And it's sort of fun for me during it, but then the next day when I rewatch it, I'm, oh God. So yeah, I write a lot of stuff like urban fantasy and paranormal and sci-fi and sometimes even contemporary romance because why not? It's fun. So yeah, that's me.
All right, and Amber?
Hi, I'm Amber Craft. I write paranormal romance. And copying a book right now. So, in the midst of everything else.
Okay. And Jesse.
Jesse Sindel. I'm new to this. I write fiction. I'm dabbling in a couple different genres. Nothing published yet, but hopefully soon. So you guys can all read it, and I'll have more to say during one of these introductions.
That's the best reason to want to publish, Jesse, so that you can have a proper introduction on a live stream.
I like that.
Best reason ever. I love it.
And everyone, this is Jesse's first live stream, so let's keep in mind that this is her. Alexa, leave me alone.
Well,
oh my God.
Then I'm glad I'm super exhausted because Jesse, no one else will be more embarrassing than me exhausting on a stream.
So we were going to talk a little bit about being good to each other and other writers and things like that while we do our usual kind of write-in thingy. I did a full video on being good to each other, being good to other writers last Sunday. So you can find that on my channel. I did not link it below because I don't think ahead.
It's because you forgot, isn't it? You just forgot.
Might be. I might have forgotten. That might be the thing. But I try. I'm a failure, but I try.
I'm sorry. I'm not.
Charming.
Also, you're not a failure. We've talked about this before.
Well, I'm a failure at that.
No, you're charmingly whimsical, let's say, not a failure. That sounds so much better. The PR rep in me is alive and well tonight. So, yeah.
All right, so...
Hi, Rain Queen.
Hello, Rain Queen.
Hey, Rain Queen.
I don't know who plans ahead anymore, but if you meet them, introduce them to me.
Right? Maybe they can teach us some tricks.
I mean, I plan ahead. I plan to write and publish all the books this year. It doesn't mean I'm going to do it properly, but I had a plan back in
have a plan.
December. So
that's true.
I make all the plans in the world. The problem is not planning. The problem is following through.
Right.
Not letting life get in the way.
Yeah, or other things like laziness and new manga and new anime and new series. Maybe don't get a Netflix subscription either.
Yeah, those don't help.
I need some planning for April, and it was so nice. And then I did like half of the month, and then the other half is just a mess. And I was like, oh well, I'll try again. I still haven't done for this month or next month. So, but I did read a lot of manga.
Yeah, I just recently gotten back into it, and I just discovered that Bookwalker has a very nice app. It's like Kindle for manga.
Oh,
There you go.
And that wasn't a good thing to decide
defined.
to like. I may have bought a full first volume of like 180 pages and read through all of it today.
It's research.
But no, it was not research. It was just me enjoying it immensely. But it was an interesting idea. I mean, at least that.
I was supposed to do writing yesterday, and instead I read a whole book, and I was like, well, I liked the book, so I guess it was okay.
Yeah.
But
I mean, I did some creative writing today, and that implied just looking at a lot of really stale GDPR privacy policies and then creating my own and watching my soul die inside.
Right?
I love writing legal stuff. It's so great.
Right.
So great. If anyone needs inspiration, there's a privacy policy on my author website. Feel free to use it as inspiration as much as you want. There's no point in struggling with it. But yeah, so
we were going to talk about being good to other writers.
yes, I've seen your
Obviously.
video. It was great.
Well, thank you. Obviously, buying books and writing reviews is the like primary thing that you'll be told. But that's just not reasonable for everyone for a number of reasons.
Also not allowed for most cases.
That's also true.
Because in theory, you shouldn't review books from your competitors on Amazon, at least.
Right.
Other places are less worried about that. So even if you buy the books and read them and enjoy it, it might get you in trouble because apparently you're competing against them. And I'm not exactly sure how they define competition. I mean, if I write one genre and you write another, maybe it shouldn't count, but I'm really not sure how they define competition. Also, if you write across all genres, you're kind of screwed anyway because you're competing with everyone on some level. So yeah, I'd say be careful with that, but you can always buy the books when you can. And if you can't, there are review copies and there are blogs and Goodreads and other places to post your reviews, which is, I think, important to mention.
I'm getting some thumping here.
Yeah.
It's
Really?
like a rhythmic thumping, but then it stopped. I wonder if it's your mic hitting your shirt.
Oh, no, I was playing with something. But
were you?
I don't know why I pick it up. I mean, it's a rubber. It shouldn't make a sound so loud that my mic would pick it up.
Yeah, no, it was picking it up. I was so confused. I was like, what am I hearing?
I was
I'm so
typing. I
sorry.
was like, no, is that me?
Yeah, and
No,
I was
but
looking at everybody else moving, and I'm like, nobody looks like they're moving this.
Yeah, because it was like the smallest of moves. That's
Yeah,
why you
and it
couldn't
was-
see it. Okay, I will probably not use my eraser as a freaking hammer, apparently. I'm sorry about that. Yeah, great. Oh,
Yeah, no, it stopped. So that was
I
it.
hate you. I was talking to my dog who's completely passed out, obviously.
Yeah.
Yeah, no rain, no typing. It was just me playing with my eraser, which you wouldn't expect to make so much.
Well, y'all
no,
did
it's
hear like the TV in the next room one time, so apparently our mics are
Yeah.
very, very sensitive.
Yeah,
but
they're
it
only
wouldn't- it
sensitive
wouldn't-
to little shit that you don't want it to pick up.
good that
Yeah,
they actually work
yeah.
then. You know
and
that.
not your voice, which is like directed to them. No, like
Right.
your voice is irrelevant.
Yeah.
Right.
Makes perfect sense. I love technology.
So do you guys want to do a 15 and 5 and then we'll talk for 5 more minutes?
Yeah,
I'm okay.
it works
Okay.
great.
All right. So what are some other things that we could do to be good to other authors? Some ideas, whether expanding on mine or ideas that I missed or whatever. I don't know how we want to do this. I have a list of what I went through, but I already did the video on them. So
Well, I think one thing, like you said, just helping, like if somebody says, hey, I need beta readers or I need somebody to critique, like me helping Tamara, just if you have the time, being nice and trying to help them save time and money by
Right.
using your own gifts.
Yeah, along that, hearing them out, just letting them. For me, I have my friends I go and I just like let go and just tell them like whatever I'm struggling with, and even if they don't even reply, I'll like calm myself down and I'll fix my own problems. Just letting out my frustrations, and that's been the biggest help for me so far with my other writer friends and friends in general.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that's important. I mean, I've heard a lot of people saying that though they don't have writer friends or their family doesn't understand what they're doing, and
mhm.
that can be a struggle. I've not really had that issue with my immediate family, but I've had it with people outside my immediate family who don't understand what I do to save their lives. And they don't understand why it requires so much work to maintain it. So I think it for some of it takes another writer to understand it, that it's not just, actual writing that goes into writing.
Right.
There's a lot more. And the moment you publish, it just grows exponentially.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, no, actually, the moment you kind of get serious about publishing, either way, traditional, self-published, it doesn't matter. The moment you start working on your platform and it's not just your writing that you're focusing on, it gets exponentially harder and more difficult to explain, I might add, because I don't think explaining YouTube or spending time on Facebook to promote your author brand, which doesn't make sense to anyone who's not an author, is easier to explain than, oh, I'm here writing a novel, because that's more tangible. People get it faster, I
Right.
think. I don't know.
Yeah.
I hope I'm making sense tonight, because it sounds really good in my head.
It makes sense.
Yeah, it does.
Sometimes just sharing things, I think, is a really good thing.
Oh, yeah, great.
Even if like you're not sharing something that someone just shared, like you might happen across somebody's like a Patreon page for an author that you think is a really good Patreon page, and you just share it because it's interesting to you. You might not have the money to put into it even, but sharing it might give it to someone who could. So you can do those things as well to help people.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, true.
Hi,
Hey,
Trinda.
Trinda. Also, I'd say, I mean, we kind of get reminded to support each other, usually when there's drama or trouble with Amazon that we band together to stand against. And in the rush of just doing it, we kind of get super enthusiastic for a couple of days, and we kind of copy the trends and think it helps. But I mean, after Cockeygate, we had all those "this is how you indie" posts where everybody encouraged their fellow authors to comment underneath with a book they'd like to recommend and whatever. And you'd get your timeline filled with the exact same post, sometimes with different color backgrounds and the same links, pretty much, of which you probably saw 4. Probably the same 4, and a couple days after that, nobody was sharing anything anymore. It's great. It's a nice feeling to see everyone acting like a community. But when that's said and done, we go back to not sharing that much stuff from each other.
Right.
And I'm not saying you should share everything, but if you run across a new release or a promotion announcement on your timeline, you can just share it. It's fine. I mean, it's books. People are interested in books if they're following you on social media, so it can't hurt. But
Right.
yeah, maybe do it like on an extended period of time. Maybe make it part of your daily social sharing routine, and focus more on visibility for each share than having a bunch of people post under one post and then nobody gets any visibility at all.
All right,
And
well,
I
we
did
wanna-
the
Go
yeah,
ahead.
I did the complaining. I promised.
All right, we went
Stop.
over on time, so we're gonna do 15 minutes of sprinting.
Yep.
Lisa's
Yeah, let's do
just
that.
gonna do what they're doing. So I'm gonna hit the button and go. All right, that is time. Stop. You're driving me crazy. My alarm just kept on going.
Kitty cat. Oh, hey, Jasmine.
Hey, Jasmine. Oh, man. Oh, so how'd everybody do?
I got like 1,000 words edited, which is surprising.
Hey,
I got 309 words in.
great. Amber?
I spent the whole time figuring out that the edits I thought I needed to do are already in there. So
Oh,
I had to transfer the newer one to Drive, and I guess I'll be making the edits I made yesterday and the next Friday.
oh, I got 11 and a half pages in, so.
That's pretty awesome.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm pretty excited about it. And I'm a little bit of an overwriter, so I have decreased my word count so far by 100 words. So that's about right.
I've added 100. But that's because this is mostly a rewrite and not a clean edit, so.
Right.
This is where I'm going through and trying to find all my descriptions, and right now Scrivener would be handy if I'd figured out how to work it yet.
Trenda just reminded me of something, and it's so funny to me. I got a string of text messages at work because I work in an attorney's office. So I got a string of text messages where these people were fighting about some shit. And it doesn't even matter what they were fighting about. But it was like the grandmother and the father. And so the grandmother in Illinois, grandparents' rights are really, really, really sticky. And basically what the grandparent their child has to be dead for them to really be able to go and get rights.
Oh, wow.
But the grandmother texted this man and was like, she's like, I'm going to sue you myself and I won't get her shirt attorney. And so now I can't stop thinking shirt attorney. Like, it's the funniest thing. I know what she meant, but I just keep thinking, oh, there's a shirt attorney. And it makes me so happy. It's like my favorite typo.
That reminds me of like the first time you ever seen a divorce where like the two people were arguing over the litigation of the Beanie Babies.
Yeah.
It's time to split up all the babies.
Yeah, we've had fights over ridiculous shit. We had people fighting over who got which change jar.
What?
Yeah,
you're paying hundreds of dollars an hour for people to fight about your change jars.
Wow.
And these are the same people who will call and be like, my bill is really big. Well, yeah, we fought about fucking $23 and change. So yeah, your bill's big.
You think?
Dumbass.
Wow.
I've had the same change jar for 20 years and I still, I'd say here, you can have it. Yeah, no.
Well, and the argument was that one of the kids liked to play with one of the change jars, so the lady thought they both should get one. Get your kid a toy. Buy a rattle.
Just be glad they don't want to play with video games and call it good.
Yeah, just like, what the fuck? What are we doing? People fight over the silliest shit, but what happens is that one person's really hurt, and so all they want to do is punish the other person. So they don't really understand. Like, they don't understand how silly what they're doing is because they're so busy trying to hurt each other.
Mm-hmm.
I'd be that petty bitch too. I'd be like, give me my motherfucking change jar. And then I'd glue them to the floor in the apartment.
Okay, that's creepy.
I just can't get over it. Why would you wait?
What?
What? Why? Please explain to me. Why would you get lawyers involved for a conversation about a change jar? No, what? I don't understand.
I'm telling you, I write some silly fucking letters. I've written the same letter 4 or 5 times because one parent has the kid insured and won't give the insurance card to the other parent.
What? No.
So I'm writing letters like begging them, can you please give the insurance card to the other parent so when your kid breaks their leg, she can take them to the doctor.
Wow.
And they'll like hold these insurance cards hostage.
Sounds like something my siblings would do.
Yeah, it's ridiculous. It's so funny. But
Jesus
people are
Christ.
nuts. Yeah, they're nuts. It's crazy what people will fight over. Anything you give them a chance to, basically.
That is true.
I think sometimes it's about hurting the other person. Sometimes it's about not wanting to let go of that person, even if it's the most ridiculous thing in the world that you're fighting about. At least they're still in your life.
Everybody says, I just want this divorce to get over with. I just want it to get over with as quickly as possible. Every single person says that. And then they do things like, well, I know that we have the exact same car, but his car has 20 less miles on it than mine. So I think I should get that one. You don't just want out of this. You just want to argue. If you really want out of it, you'll get out. If Travis and I were getting divorced, it would probably take us one court date because he'd be like, I want this. And I'd be like, go fuck yourself. And he'd go, oh, okay.
Yeah, when I did, it was like, we didn't have to go to court. He goes, okay, I don't want this. I'm like, good, because I don't want to do it. Here you go. We'll throw it all away. Simple.
Yeah, I'm not like, I wouldn't fight him over the PlayStation 2. I'll just go buy a PlayStation 2. Like, my life is not in a position where there's things to fight over. And I don't understand people whose lives are like mine who still go and fight over things. I'm just like, y'all need to calm down.
I was like, mine was like, you took the PS4. I was like, yeah, for our daughter to have movies to watch. If you want it, come get it. It's what, 800 miles away now? What do we do with it? Mail it to you.
My standard operating procedure for any day of the week is, you're at a 10, I'm going to need you at a 2.
Oh, wow.
People calling in about the most ridiculous shit, like, oh, we had someone file a motion to try to, like, get the person in trouble with the judge because they cut their son's hair.
I'm sorry,
Not
what
like-
now?
Not like they cut it themselves, like they took him to a barber and got a haircut. So they wanted the judge to reprimand them for getting this child a haircut.
Why did the child like not want it or?
No, the child wanted it.
Oh,
The mother wanted to be the one who took him. So she wanted him to be punished for getting the haircut. Instead of her getting the haircut.
The only time I could see any woman getting mad about that is if it's like a baby's first haircut or something.
No, he was 5.
Yeah, like, no.
And she admitted she liked the haircut.
Future helicopter mom?
Right.
It was just that she wanted him to be in trouble for everything because she didn't like him.
That's funny.
I mean, if he was a good dad, fuck off. Like,
yeah.
I don't understand.
Yeah.
Like, there's
plenty of actual garbage parents running around.
Yeah.
And strangely enough, those relationships, they tend to kind of know their garbage parents and let the other parent do the real stuff. But for some reason, if both parents are competent, neither of them is rational. I don't know why that is.
Sounds about right.
Oh,
yeah,
God.
it's ridiculous. I love my job, but it's ridiculous.
I think it's because that's the only thing that they still have in common and the only way they can still get to each other.
Yeah.
And divorce is not a fun thing. But, yeah. Also, lack of communication, which is the root of most of the issues in the world.
Look at it this way. Now you got tons of reasons why people would kill each other
Yes.
every day. Free research for your book.
Right. All right. We're gonna do another sprint in like 3 minutes.
Yeah, sure, I'm down. Apparently, I can edit, although I thought my brain was kind of partially in a coma, but I'm happy.
Yeah, I was happy with my progress. I thought it was going a little faster than it was, but that's okay.
I was in the zone and the time was up, and I was like, no.
Yeah, same.
Yeah, that's kind of where I was at too. I was like,
But it's-
going to town.
That's kind of the best place to stop, because then when you start again, you're all pumped to start. So
Yeah, that's why I'm like waiting for the next one. I know exactly what I want to get down.
Mm.
Oh, I know. I finally got everything transferred into Google Docs. I was like, all right, let's do this. And as you said, timer's off. I'm like, oh, epic. Epic.
I mean, I feel like I've been so lazy this week that I have to do well now. Also, I'm taking the weekend off, and that's not happened in like forever. So yeah,
I
have to
haven't
do it.
mailed out books yet. For those of you who are waiting on books, I have not mailed them yet. I'm a jerk. So sorry.
Okay.
I had no streams this week, and I still only posted the video today. So I didn't do much other than the GDPR stuff and fixing the lights for my car. I
No.
think that's the epitome of productivity for my week.
Yeah.
Running errands and stuff. Oh no, I handled my taxes.
Oh, that's good.
Oh no, it was great. I invested so much time in filing the right forms that I filed last year, and then they called me like a day after I mailed them, and they were like, "Oh, you know, those are not the right forms. We no longer need those from you." And I was like panicking because the last day to submit was Friday, and I got this call on Thursday. So of course I was panicking, and she says, "Oh no! The new deadline is July 15, but you have to come here to pick up these forms that are no longer good because for some reason they can't just file them or trash them or something. I have to go there personally to get them." But the good part is that I'm going to a specific person, not going to queue, and I can ask her all the questions I have about the new forms.
That's good.
I
I just wasted a day for nothing, so that's great.
All right, we're ready for another 15?
Yep.
All right, let's do this.
Let's go.
Aiden loves that bed so much. And I got a picture.
All right, we are at time again.
Okay.
I got another 10 pages.
I got another 1,000 of the rewrite and added another 100 or so words.
Awesome. I dropped another 100.
I don't know how many words, but I did
We got
5
6.
pages.
We got 670 words.
That's awesome, Jesse.
I didn't think I'd get that much, but I'm happy.
All right, how did you do in the comments?
How's everybody else doing?
I think I only ever get like 200 or 300 when I'm doing sprints, like at a time. Seems to be where I hit the ceiling.
That was just the zone where I left off at in the last one. So when I entered in, I knew exactly, and it, just,
Right.
it was great.
Ooh, Jazz has got 7 pages edited. That's nice.
Nice. That's really good for 15 minutes.
Good.
Trinda's
Trina
got
got
100 words.
100. Great, man. We're all doing great. Oh,
Awesome, awesome.
I'm pretty sure Iris is doing the greatest. He's like sleeping in this weird ass position, but he's got his balls exposed, and I assume that makes him happy.
It seems to make him happy.
Oh wow. Dogs, man.
Yeah, my animals have been very quiet, which makes me nervous.
Yeah, that's always a good reason to get nervous.
Crowley's never quiet. He's so noisy.
My cats have been happy. My daughter's been sleeping with my mom since she moved in because her bed's more comfortable than my daughter's. So the cats are like, free bed!
No,
So they go to my daughter's room and they just never leave now. No one interrupts them.
What's with all these things on Facebook? I mean, can you go 24 hours without cursing? No, obviously. Why? Why would I do that to myself? Also,
I
this
wouldn't
was
even
posted
try.
by an author. Why would you try? I mean, when you're frustrated with your writing and your editing and stuff, how do you let that out? Also, when you're driving with stupid drivers, it's better to just, curse your heart out. It prevents road rage.
Right.
Just count down from 5 and scream bloody murder, make everyone around you look like what? That's our new thing at work. Like, we had to stop production today just to clean because one of our bosses thought it would be a great team building exercise to get the office people out on the floor with the production people to help us clean when they don't know where anything goes or what we use any of our tools for. Let's make them
Wow.
clean. It's like, this is a bad idea.
Yeah, that sounds like a disaster waiting to happen.
Yeah, and then they were still, I think he got smart because he just made them replace a lot of the tape and us clean. And I was like, we've done enough overtime. I think I'm just going to keep working and y'all can clean.
Yeah.
Not that I don't want to be part of the team, but yeah, like by the end of it, half of us production people were just screaming for no reason and trying to freak the office people out so they would leave us alone.
Oh my God. Sounds like they were a big help. Sounds like that was a successful exercise.
Yeah, they made all the tape pretty. Great. Now I know what an aisleway is, even though I walk through the plant every day.
Okay.
It's funny watching them try, though. It was entertaining.
I'm sure. I'm sure. Because that's what you needed, free entertainment, not actual help at work.
Right? Don't do any suggestions that I say would make my job easier. Just help me make the tape look prettier so when we have a tour, people know where to walk. Okay.
Jesus. Oh, man. By the way, speaking of being nice to other authors, I'm so glad the whole GDPR thing is done.
Right.
That was driving me freaking sane. I mean, I've answered all the questions I could, but even with that, people still panicked. And I don't know if it's the same for other communities, but if someone's doing something, then everybody's doing that, no matter how ill-advised it is. And then they also argue and try to convince you that was the right way to do it and you should do it too. And I'm like, no, it's why companies got fined before GDPR. You don't do it that way, but yeah, at least it's done now. And to be fair, GDPR was the best meme ever. Like if you go to the GDPR tag on hashtag on Twitter, it's freaking hilarious.
I missed out on so much then.
Oh, it's fine.
Sorry?
Because I missed out on it, all of it.
Oh, it was like a step-by-step tutorial on how to deal with GDPR, and there was this guy kind of like drawn out, and he was just, you know, making the sign of the cross, like step by step, 1, 2, and then GDPR will be fixed. And it's pretty much that. I mean, you can pray you're doing it right. Because I've seen like lawyers not agreeing on what you should be doing. To be fair, I think a lot of them went with the safest option they could find, even if it was unnecessary, which I don't think I can blame them for. But yeah, awkward.
Yeah, I was searching through Twitter the other day and something popped up. It says, I had to find it. It says, "Dear the entire internet, I give up any hope of protecting my privacy on the World Wide Web. Stop sending me notifications."
Now I've seen a cute one with a guy on an island, stranded on an island, and he finds a message in a bottle and then takes the paper out and it says, "We've updated our privacy policy."
And he's like, no.
But yeah, that's like, it can try to help people or point them in the right direction, but you can't force it on them. And I was so proud of myself because I kind of managed to keep my close friends in check and not have them go overboard with GDPR. And then I talked to one of them and she was like, "Oh yeah, I sent emails and only a handful resubscribed." And I was like, "Why did you make them resubscribe? You didn't need to, babe." Like, no, you didn't need to. But yeah, I'm so glad it's over.
In the past like 2 days, I got like 5 emails from different people, you know, reply to this, to resubscribe, to all the stuff. And I was like, but...
Oh, you sweet child. I've got like 10 emails only today on one email address announcing me they changed their privacy policy. Another 10 asking me to resubscribe. I didn't.
There you go.
Because
I only resubscribed to 2, and then I was like, actually, I don't care about the rest of them because I'd already cleaned out my subscription like last month. And then the rest of my emails were all the policy changes. And every time I went up to like new, like through my phone or through the browser, they keep popping up and they're telling me we've changed it. I'm like, yes, I know. You click that you've been made aware, and I'm like, yes. But next time I get back on it, it tells me the same thing over again. I'm like, go away.
Yeah, I know. It's
when you have slow internet, it's just sitting there waiting for that to load so you can get to what you want to do. And I'm like, really?
Oh God. Yeah, I know. I was like, I mean, if I know I subscribed to you, I gave you my consent, and you're asking for it again, you better be sure I'm interested. If I'm not, I'm out. Because I feel like you do not care about my time at all. So, by the way, if you don't have proof of consent, you can't email me anyway, because that's a marketing email, and you've just broken the law. Good luck. But yeah, it's ridiculous. And I got one from an airline, like a low-cost airline, which I kind of like. But then when I clicked, they wanted me to fill in an entire form. It wasn't an update thing. They just wanted me to just give them a bunch of new information again. And I was like, no. I booked a ticket, a plane ticket. You have all that information. I'm not giving it to you again. Please delete it. Go away.
Yeah.
And they're like, oh, but I like these guys. And then I was like, yeah, but I can search their site. It's fine. I know how to Google. It's fine. I don't need a newsletter. Oh, God.
I just keep working. I'm sorry.
It's good. It's no problem. You got sucked into it?
Yeah. It goes a lot faster once you've got them written on the paper, but then my newest note says, clean this up.
You sound like
Past
I
Sarah
think-
was a lazy bitch.
I suggest you get like cleaning rag and run it over the paper and see if it cleans it like that.
Yes, I should.
like my whole section says whole section needs clarification. I'm sitting there going, really? Why did I write that?
Right, why didn't I actually clarify it? What am I doing? Why didn't
Yeah.
That was the job I was doing. What the fuck?
I mean, I know I edited this when there was like I was in Worlds of Fun with like 100 kids, but you know, I could have thought a little harder here. Another paragraph needs description. Get the.
Yeah, thanks. Thanks,
Super
Tasty.
helpful. You're super helpful.
I love helping myself. I suck at it.
Yeah.
It's fine because I'm just reading through it and cringing, and there are no indications because this was a rough draft. It's great. It's from like 4 or 5 years ago.
Well, yeah, that's me. Like this is a full edit. I'm gonna try to do at least one full run through, and I'm like, I wrote this like a year and a half ago. I don't even remember what I'm reading anymore. Why would I say that? Like, I need description here. Duh. Help me, pass me. Help me.
No. Figure it out on your own.
That's pretty much why I only got 5 pages done.
It's all good.
So, like, I'm highlighting as I go, like, my world building descriptions are orange, my mental capabilities are blue, and my people descriptions are green as I'm going through and re-editing.
Oh, nice. Color codes and stuff. You guys, I mean, you and Sarah are so organized when it comes to editing. I just
Well, we don't write
don't
as
do it that well.
I think if I wrote faster where I didn't have so much to try to remember, that would be one thing. Like, you take a couple months to write a book, and by the time you're done writing, you still remember what you started writing. Me, not so much. I remember what the story's about, but I couldn't tell you what page or chapter I did what in.
It's weird how much I'm remembering of this thing I wrote like 4 years ago or 5.
Yeah.
Also, it's so convoluted at times. I don't know what I was trying to do, but it sounds clunky. I was trying to be smart and just sounding dumb. That's the gist of it.
Well, my first 2 chapters have a lot of like it has English with my Avon in it, my other language, and so I'm like, I'll have a translation for this word, and then I'll put a translation word in. Like, don't have a word for this, so I'm like having to go to my translations and like words to add, 6, nothing, breathe,
Jesus.
random word.
That's why, I mean, I don't think I'll ever be able to create an entire language.
Yeah,
Nope.
I don't know how he
Suck
did
at
it.
it.
I can't even figure out my own. I don't want to do another one.
Yeah. Are we starting another one? Is it 15 past?
Yeah.
Because I think I still have one in me.
All right, let's do one more and then we'll call it a night.
Yep.
Okay.
All right.
All right, 15 minutes, everybody.
All right.
Okay.
Okay, I just have to give you the fact that I just called myself a fucking dolt.
No, great.
Editing Sarah is a bitch. All right, that's time.
Okay. I think I've got another 1,000 words and moved to a new chapter, which is pretty great.
Oh, God.
And total words added 257.
Nice.
Oh, Rain, what are you sketching?
I lost track of where I
Ooh, what are
was
you
at
sketching?
before, so I have 37 pages done for the day.
That's awesome, man. That's a lot of pages.
Yeah.
I gave up on trying to edit when my mom got home and my daughter started her goofy-headed self. I'm
Sorry.
trying to put descriptions into my character tracker at this point because that's about as much mental capacity as I have for laughing. I didn't blame you.
Well, we got 560 words in this time.
Good.
Nice.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah. Just trying not to like laugh at some of these scenes that are just like, this is great.
Jesus.
Let's see.
Mr. Crowley has started, so
I hear.
it's a real
Jeff has
stream
five-
now.
Nice. Jeff has 5 pages edited.
Nice. Good.
Yeah, I know them
Yeah.
feelings.
I know that feeling well.
Yeah.
It's surprising that I added 250 words considering how much I cut.
That's still, yeah.
I'm down like 200 words from the beginning. Something like that.
But were you trying to cut out? I mean, did you need to shorten it, or was this
I'm just a
something that
little
happened?
I'm a little bit of an overwriter. I use that too
Okay.
much and of too much. So there's probably 400 that's in this book that don't belong.
Oh yeah. This is like because it's this old. There's a lot of just, like a lot of them.
Yeah.
I didn't have the heart of doing the search to see how many they are. I just remove as much as I can.
Yeah, that's kind of what I'm doing too.
But I'm thinking when I'm done editing this first half and then start writing, I'm pretty sure when I'll go through the edit again, this first part I'll have to come through carefully because I'm pretty sure there will be a huge difference in style.
Yeah.
I might have a very tough edit in front of me before this ever goes to an editor. But oh well, at least I'll finish this series.
Right?
I still have 2 months to do all that.
Yeah, I'm pretty happy with my progress for the evening, honestly.
Yeah, me too. I wasn't expecting to get anything done. I'm surprised I woke up.
I was
I'm really happy with my progress.
I kept saying I haven't heard from Alina yet, but usually she shows up.
Yeah. I woke up earlier, I think, and I don't know if you sent the messages then. I can't remember. I can't piece the timeline together anymore. But I woke up about an hour before I was supposed to wake up. And I was like, oh my God, this will be so tough waking up, but I'm going to try anyway. And then when the alarm sounded, I was just so freaking startled and so slow getting out of bed and coming to the computer and everything. And then I was like, oh, wait, it's actually like 10 minutes before stream start. This is better than other days.
Right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, I'm pretty happy with the fact that I showed up.
Yeah, I think we all did a pretty darn good job.
Yep.
Does anyone have anything they wanted to talk about that we haven't talked about?
Mm.
No.
Okay. So I guess
Well,
yeah.
I'd just like to say that probably everyone that's watched this should go watch your video if they haven't already. I think that pretty much sums up all the advice you could give someone if they want to support their fellow authors.
Well, thank you.
It pretty much covers everything. So yeah.
Yeah. And in other words, you can also talk to your writer friends or author friends and ask how you can help them.
Yeah,
That's
that's a good idea. Just ask what they need, or offer to help when you think something might actually help them.
Well, I think a good thing is, like y'all were saying earlier, there's a lot of times where I know she said in the video that you don't have author friends to vet to or to flesh out a character or somebody that can understand what you're going through. So even if it's nothing but listening to another author vent, like there's tons of ways you can help.
Yeah. Yeah, and you don't have to like break your pocketbook doing it. Nor do you have to spend every waking moment doing it. You know?
Yeah.
Right.
Another thing I really like to do that I did not say in that video is that I like to look up AuthorTube and AuthorTube newbie tag for like the last 2 weeks. I do it periodically. I do for like the last 2 weeks or the last month, and go through and find the videos with the lower views and check those videos and try to reach out to those people and tell them welcome and things like that.
Oh yeah, I do that sometimes too. I should do it more often.
That's a good idea.
Yeah, so that can build relationships that people might not know are available.
Yeah, true.
Yeah.
That's a really good thing to do. I've been just kind of commenting, hi, I'm new to your channel, just found you, looking forward to more content, that kind of thing. It doesn't have to be anything terribly exciting. You don't have to actually have input on the topic they're talking about. You can just say hi.
Right.
Yeah, true.
Yeah.
True. That's quite true. And it is helpful because I mean I've had a lot of people reach out to me when I was just starting out and commenting and stuff and subscribing when they were like doing 10 times or 100 times better than me in terms of views and subscribers, and that helped a lot. So I try to return the favor as much as I can, and I also try to prioritize AuthorTube content when I have limited time on YouTube.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, and to be fair, I'm really grateful you tackled the issue of budgets and how impossible it is to buy books from all your author friends.
Yeah.
I mean, it's nice to do it when you have the funds available, but you shouldn't just go crazy on it.
Right. Don't break yourself trying to support other people.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And the thing is that if you're putting yourself out like that, it's not worth it as much to them as it is to you at that point. Like if you're making yourself unable to buy your groceries because you're buying so many books, they're not getting enough out of that's worth it.
Yeah.
if they're not a crazy person, they would rather you buy your groceries.
Yep.
Yep.
That's why Alina goes into book buying pants every other month. And by the way, please listen to what I'm saying and don't copy what I'm doing, because I go into book buying pants thinking I've spent too much on books and I don't have time to read them. And then if an author friend releases a book, I'm like, well, yeah, but I can't stick to my ban because I have to support them. But I'm an idiot. It's fine.
I've
Don't
gotten
be
more
like me.
better at I don't have to do book bans. It's been easier for me to control what I buy, because I've been so disappointed by so many books that I just I take the time and I'll have a list on wherever I wanted to get it from, and I'll leave it there. And I feel like I really still want it, then I'll go over do I really want this, and then I'll get it and I'll read it, but I won't get an entire series. Even if they have,
I know.
but I've been able to get 8-9 books in this month, so I let myself get a couple more books so I can read more. But I'm also now more familiar with what kind of genre I like reading, or what kind of content I want, and that makes it so much harder to find a book, because I'll find all these books that look so great, but I'm I know I won't enjoy it.
Yeah, I don't really have that problem because I read across genres. And even the genres I'm not comfortable with, if I find a book I enjoy, I will read it. I mean, I did read Sarah's, and the definition of a scaredy cat. I did read it during the day, and I'm still kind of shocked by some of those stories, but there's very little I wouldn't read. But I do get what you're saying, because sometimes you get into that streak where everything you read is bad, and then you don't feel like reading or buying books. But then if you get into a streak where everything you read is good, that's freaking dangerous. That does not bode well for your budget.
No.
It just does not.
I'm
Nope.
being smothered.
It's fun. It's fun for us to watch, so just endure it.
Yeah.
It's
Plus, I
It's
hear cats
sharp,
are
too.
popular on the internet.
yes, cats are
Oh my
popular on
God.
the internet.
Yeah. My cat hates being on top of you, which is I wish my cat loved being on my shoulder, but he hates it.
Mine is
Oh.
very sharp right now. Very, very
God.
sharp.
But why?
Because he's
Is he
holding
afraid
on.
to put him down?
Yeah, watch me lean forward. He climbs.
Oh, nice.
Because he's afraid I'm going to put him down. So he climbs when I lean forward.
Like a little baby. No, don't let me down. Don't let me down.
Yep.
He's the cutest ever.
He's so
Adorable.
naughty. He's the naughtiest kitty. Come here, though, buddy. You can't be that high up on me. You're killing me. Oh, goodness. All right, so do we want to... Oh, now you're done with me. Okay. Do we want to do our sign-offs here? And
Sure.
all right, who wants to start?
I'll start. Thank you so much for watching, guys, and being here with us. I'm so happy I got the writing done. And if you want some free books, go to alina-popescu.com/free reads, because I have that page now. And you'll find all my newsletters with all the sign-up rewards and all the current giveaways that are going on right now. So
Your Insta
yeah,
freebie.
enjoy that. Yeah, I'm part of a few Insta freebie group giveaways, so there are literally hundreds of books you can choose from. So yeah, go check it out.
Yeah, I just downloaded your Insta freebie of Edge of Hope. So you can start reading
Oh,
that
nice.
tomorrow.
I need to sit down and read
Thank
some
you.
books. I keep forgetting that I have your book on my Kindle because I don't read on my Kindle very often, and I keep forgetting. So
I'm
I have
sorry.
to go actually finish it. No, that's my fault.
Which one are you reading? 'Cause
Oh,
I
God. You would ask me that.
forgot.
I don't know.
It's okay.
I don't know, but I tell
I was
you,
just curious.
it's like I talk to you all the time, and
Yeah.
then all of a sudden, you're talking about dongs, and I'm like, this is a thing. This is the whole thing. because that is not what I read usually. And I'm like, there are penises everywhere.
Oh yeah. It happens in gay romance sometimes that there are multiple penises involved.
I'm just like, oh, Alina's saucy.
Oh yeah. I told you, like, when I was editing The Age of Hope, there's like 1/16 at the very end of the book, and I edited it and tried to make it like steamier, and then I looked at it and compared it to my gay romance stuff, and I was like, this is so freaking tame. So yeah, that's tame. And by the way, my gay romance stuff is tame compared with what's out there.
I'm
Just thought I'd
sure.
tell you.
I'm sure there is much worse out there.
Probably.
Yeah, it's fun. It's a fun world. Also, Aris is awake. He always knows when this is about to end and starts
Right.
rocking about. So Aris is by also, and now I'll shut up and let other people.
All right. Amber, you want to go
promote
next?
stuff.
I don't have anything. I know either next weekend or the weekend after. I'm actually going to interview Ella York on a Saturday. I gotta make sure I have next Saturday off, but one of the Saturdays I have off. I'm going to interview Ella York on her Rose Saga books, so that's coming up. Other than that, I have nothing right now.
All right. Do you have anything at all, Jesse?
Not much. I just wanted to say thank you guys for having me and for everybody being here. And I have my Instagram on there where anybody can find me. And I have a Twitter account, which I'm not really using, but I plan to be more active and trying doing more writing sprints. So if anybody's
That's cool.
those, they can join me. I'll post about it on my Instagram when I actually start doing that. So
Okay.
That's awesome. If you can still do the author chats and stuff, I mean, like the live streams, I don't words anymore.
yeah.
You're more than welcome to also join us on Saturdays. Not this Saturdays, because I'm skipping barbecue and stuff.
If I end up joining any of the live streams, since they'll be early in the morning for me, I'll just be in the comments. But anybody else who's interested can also be joining in. I'll make sure to share it.
Thank you. You're so sweet.
All right. And then all of my links are down below as well. There is links to all of these lovely ladies' YouTubes and Instagrams and things like that. Jesse does not have a current active YouTube. So if and when that should change, we will get hers down there for you guys. But go click on all the links, go subscribe to all the people. Don't forget to like and subscribe to this video. The like button doesn't hurt you at all, but it helps me a lot. So hit that button.
Interact with this video as much as you can, because with new YouTube changes, it will be harder to find us, even if you're subscribed. So yeah, that sucks.
Yeah, I just got back active. I put my first video up, I think, of all of May today, and then I saw the algorithm keeps changing. I'm like, yeah, this is not gonna hurt me at all.
Right.
Nope. So
all right, so we'll see you guys all on next Friday night. And I do have a video on Sunday, so look out for that. So I'll see you guys all later.
Yay.
All right, see ya.
Have a good night. Bye, everybody.
Bye.